What is up, my friends? In this video, I want to talk to you about going all in. When is the last time you went all in? Have you ever in your life gone all in on something? What I mean is committed so deeply, so profoundly, that you were so concerned with the outcome, but you were just so obsessed with doing what you knew needed to happen to get to the outcome you wanted. When is the last time, if ever? It's a terrifying thought, isn't it? Let me just adjust this. It's a terrifying thought. Most people in their lives do not. They don't even push close to the edge. You go to the gym and it's filled with people who are only going 20 to 50% maybe. Because God forbid, nobody wants to be seen failing. Nobody wants to be seen in a gym pushing it 90, 100% except the bodybuilder. And then everyone's like, oh, well, that's okay because it's a bodybuilder. And we should expect this from him. But nobody else is really pushing it that far. They're not falling down with the weight, bailing out, setting the stops correctly so that they can, it can catch their weight. They're not pushing it that hard. Not even close in most big box gyms. You got people in business. They're not really doing it. You got these mantras like this one, rise and grind, go all in. And these are mantras by people who actually, I think for the most part, are doing it, are doing big things, but they're being paraded around by people who aren't. Because most people, again, are afraid. They're afraid of failure. They're afraid of having other people see them fail. What are these people gonna say? And it's such a freeing thing to actually go through that just once, where you commit so fully. You don't care about the outcome, but you know that you put in your absolute best. Like you put it all on the line. You're willing to die for what it is that you're doing. Because what you realize is that it's all an illusion. Like this whole thought process of what are people gonna think? What are they gonna say? At the end of the day, they're gonna say something anyway. So who cares? Give them something to talk about. Right? See what you're made of. Test yourself. Push yourself. What am I made of? Do I got what it takes? Well, let's see. Let's find out. And I'm reminded of this today because there's been a lot of stuff that I've pushed to the limit. There's been some stuff that I've gone all in on and it failed miserably. And then there's been some stuff that's been a huge success. And so it's like sitting here now, I'll still go all in. I'll choose all in any day of the week. All in on my workouts. Got out of shape, got fat, got really, really sick last year. Been a year in the making my way back. 4 a.m. wake-ups every day. 6 a.m. workouts 4 or 5 times a week. Taking only just a couple days off. I posted in my community this morning. There's no Rocky music waking me up at 4 a.m. There's no soundtrack to my life. It's me waking me up. It's me in my corner. Nobody's rooting me on. It's me in my corner motivating me every single day, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Nobody's coming to save me. Nobody's coming to help. And that you should absolutely love. I'm going all in on my health right now. I went all in on crypto 2017, lost over $200,000, still made up good money, what most people would consider great money in America. Still in crypto to this day, still, just organically letting myself fall in love with more and more topics and expanding my knowledge, expanding my reach, and sharing that with people. That hasn't changed one bit. So I'm all in on that. I'm all in on myself. I'm all in on my health. I'm all in on my girlfriend, well, soon to be wife. I'm all in on so many things in my life. They don't always pan out though. Let's be real with each other. 2016, I put on a experience over in Japan and it failed miserably. I had the belief, I had everything lined up except a few key pieces were missing. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes you do get so much right, but you're missing a few key pieces and then the whole thing falls apart. And most people would have been embarrassed by that. Sitting down with a group of men, grown-ass men, telling them that you fucked up, telling them that you made a mistake. That happened, and that was a huge loss. That was over $100,000 loss. Still paying for it to this day in one way or another. Those are just the things that happen. But I wouldn't have had it happen any other way because there was a huge awakening that came off the back end of that. And there was huge changes that happened. Self-image took a beating and, I made the mistake of listening to some of the critics on the sidelines and letting that affect me. But I shook that off, pretty quickly. It took me about a year to rebound from that. But anyways, my point is that even then, that was my mistake. That's not a mistake that maybe you would make. But the freedom that you unlock by just walking through that, it's the same freedom you unlock when you walk through fear. You realize that it's like this wall that when you walk up to it, it feels like it's like miles wide, right? But then you walk through it and you realize that's not even paper thin. That's so thin that it's not even real. You got to do that with maybe fears that you've got, public speaking, going and talking to somebody of the opposite sex that you're attracted to. So many things. Going in on business. You got to kind of break that fear. But it's the same thing with going all in. It's just bigger, I think, because there's so many micro fear moments that you got to break through, and resistance points you got to break through to get to that like finish line on the going all in thing, that it, you know, between the two, it's like you're a completely changed person by the end of it. And you see that, like you see people who are out in the world and people marvel at them, right? They just walk by and like, wow, look at him. It's almost like that, right? Like how some people behave around celebrities or quote unquote famous people is because they're just like, how is he doing it? How is he able to just so effortlessly on one end not give a shit about what people are saying, take the stuff that he needs into consideration, but still keep moving and seem to be making all the right moves, which is why I think for the most part people fell in love with like this whole hero's journey and the successes, because they really just want the good stuff, right? They just want to see them at the end. Then reality TV came along and they're like, oh, what happens after the end? And then it's like, okay, well, let's just watch rich people or famous people every day. And then that's morphed into let's watch total disasters. And now YouTube is really popular because it's like, let's just watch regular people. Anyways, I'm getting a little winded here, but the point of this video is that I want to end this with a challenge, very friendly challenge, is when is the last time, sit down with yourself. You don't have to comment below. You don't have to tell me, don't have to tell anybody, but tell yourself and really admit to yourself, when's the last time you went all in? And if you've never gone all in, man, it's the perfect time. Pick something that you're really, really insanely like into, but yet terrified to go all in on, and go. Baby steps. Do what needs to be done today. Wake up tomorrow, what needs to be done today, and do it. And you just step by step, right? And if you have gone all in, but you got broken, and you let everyone around you and the critics in, and they broke you, which is so easy to do, start to rebuild. Dust yourself off, and pick something small to go all in on, and then a little bigger to go all in on, then a little bigger, 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 bigger. And you can do this even if you've never gone all in as well. That's a great way to do it. Just start small, and then keep, okay, well, what's next? Well, what's the next thing? Going on and on and on and on. And I'd love to hear about people who have gone all in and had the success, even though in the face of fear, even though they were terrified, they still did it. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts below. And of course, everybody else, if this has moved you in some sort of way, comment below, share it with a friend, share it with your family. That's how we really spread a message like this, which I think is an insanely powerful and inspirational message. If you're brand new to the channel and you just want to tag along, go ahead and subscribe, click the bell notification so you don't miss out on any alerts, and click the like button if you want to just give us some support, or if you want to financially give us some support. There's all kinds of links underneath this video. Patreon link, give us $1 a month. It does really go a long way. Or there's some affiliate links, which if you decide to purchase something on those links, we get a couple dollar kickback, and that keeps us going, keeps the research going, keeps our production quality going, so on and so forth. So thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have an amazing day, and be on the lookout. More videos dropping soon. Bye.